Hello everyone, welcome to this video lecture. In this lecture, we are going to learn prose and its types. This is Deepika, lecturer, Department of English, Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College, Tiruchirappalli. In this slide, we are going to see what is prose. Prose is a form of written or spoken language that follows the natural flow of speech and grammatical structure rather than the rhythmic metrical patterns found in poetry. It is the most common form of writing used in fiction, non-fiction, journalism, and everyday communication. Next, we are going to see the types of prose. There are four types of prose. They are fictional prose, non-fictional prose, heroic prose, and prose poetry. In this slide, we are going to see what is fiction and its types. Fiction is as a result of the writer's imagination and is not a real event. The characters are imagery and the aim is to elicit feelings and reactions from the reader. And fiction has three types, namely novel, novella, and short story. First one is novel. A novel is a type of prose that is long and is centered around a different topic and is very comprehensive. Best example of a novel is Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. Second one is novella. Novella is a type of prose writing that is longer than a short story and shorter than a full-length novel. For example, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway and Animal Farm by George Orwell. The third one is a short story. Short story is a prose form that is limited to a certain number of words. It is usually includes commentaries, descriptions, and dialogues. Example for a short story is Civil Peace by Chinua Achebe. Next, we are going to see the second type of prose, that is non-fiction. Non-fiction is based on events on paper that are real and not on the author's imagination. There are three types of non-fiction. They are biography, autobiography, and memoir. Let us see the detailed explanation about the types of non-fiction. First one is biography. What is biography? A biography is nothing but a person's life story written by someone else. For example, Mandela, the authorized biography by Anthony Sampson. Next one is autobiography. What is autobiography? It is nothing but the story of a person's life written by the person themselves. For example, Long Way to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. The third one is memoir. What is memoir? A memoir is a story about a particular moment in a person's life written by their own. The best example for memoir is The Diary of a Young Girl by Annie Frank. Next one is heroic prose. What is heroic prose? Heroic prose is nothing but it is a style of writing that brings the elevated tone, grand themes, and vivid imagery of epic poetry into the direct form of prose. Legends, mythology, fables, and parables are examples of heroic prose. Next one is prose poetry. Prose poetry is expressed and written in prose form. This can be thought of almost as a hybrid of the two that can sometimes utilize rhymic measures. This type of poetry often utilizes more figurative language but is usually written in paragraph form. An example for prose poetry is Spring Day by American poet Emil Lowell, published in 1916. It can be read almost as hyper short story, written in a prose poetry style. Thank you.